I'm Alan Robarge, a relationship coach, and you're watching One Reason Why. Let's talk about one reason why you had a relatively good childhood and nonetheless you experience chronic distress and anxiety in your adult relationships. One reason that this might be going on for you is because you experienced what we would refer to as covert emotional developmental attachment trauma. It can be very confusing and hard to diagnose and make sense if you actually have experienced a form of covert emotional developmental trauma when your parents and your family life growing up, for all practical purposes, were nice, good, helpful, supportive, and beneficial. So at face value, and even if we go deeper than face value, you can very much point towards a loving family who supported you, who provided food, clothing, and shelter, who were engaged and invested in your well-being. And you very probably have some memories of hanging out together, being supportive of each other. This could be family vacations, this could be leisure time, cooking together, family meals. And nonetheless, as an adult, you look at your life experience, you look at your relationships you've created as an adult, and you seem to suffer from a chronic distress, a chronic disappointment, an ongoing struggle that creates anxiety in your relationship. So that intimacy itself, from being in relationship, that level of intimacy becomes a trigger, and you're preoccupied with getting your emotional needs met. You're preoccupied with a partner who does or doesn't provide emotional connection at different times. And it's this ongoing anxiety and fear. You develop a fear, an uneasiness around being in relationship. And then you question, where the heck is this coming from? I don't quite understand. Because again, to repeat, if you look at the overall experience of childhood, it was positive, and there was a good sense of foundational, reliable trust and safety with your parents. One reason why an emotional developmental trauma occurred is because on a certain energetic, emotional level, a level of emotional attunement, a level of what is referred to as limbic resonance, a kind of presence. Parents can be there, but they're not there. They could be there in being very good caregivers. They could be there in providing food, clothing, and shelter, and overall looking out for your well-being. But on a moment by moment experience of relating, many parents are checked out. They're cleaning all the time, they're trying to take care of chores, they're trying to run the household, or they're out of the home working, or as we know, if there's some kind of distraction such as an addiction, if a parent is an alcoholic, then they're pulled into their alcoholism. One reason why people drink is a form of self-medication, which means that there's other underlying issues such as depression. So some parents, to manage their depression, they're pulled away due to their own struggle with their mental health, their own struggle with their depression, and then on top of it they drink, and the drinking itself pulls them away. All of these things, even if they're highly functioning and loving parents and available and kind and just, been very helpful to their child, to you as the child, nonetheless, you have also simultaneously experienced many, many moments, many times when there was a lack of emotional presence. there was a lack of emotional engagement. And so while, if we're watching a video, if we're watching some home video of growing up as a child, and it appears, let's say it's a barbecue, it's an outdoor barbecue and the family's interacting, and it will look like people are smiling and they're together and they're spending time together. But if we would drop down into noticing the quality of the interactions, the heart-to-heart conversations, the emotional disclosure, the asking each other, really, how are you feeling? Really, what's going on with you? What are your thoughts? What's going on in your inner world? And that's what we mean by a deeper connection. Emotional attunement is about asking another person, what's going on with you? And I am curious. I want to know your inner world experience. I want to know your likes and dislikes, and I want to know how you're experiencing your point of view of life. And please tell me more. I want to know more about you. Many parents are distracted in their role, in their activities as parents. They're distracted in needing to hold things together and make a paycheck to put a roof over a child's head. While you experienced a very loving family, at the same time, this could also mean one reason why in your current adult relationships you have chronic stress, chronic anxiety, distress, feeling preoccupied with your current partner as far as if your needs are not getting met, and a kind of immediate, profound sense of disappointment when there is a lack of emotional engagement, could be because you're suffering from a covert, meaning hidden, a covert emotional developmental trauma. Another word we could use here is an attachment injury. Covert emotional developmental attachment injury that has gone unnoticed or unrecognized, and the whole point of this video is to recognize it and to name it for what it is. I hope that this video is helpful. Thank you for watching. If you want to learn more about me, please do at alanrobarge.com. Also, subscribe to this YouTube channel if you like this video and you want to see more just like it. Thank you for watching.